when I was teaching several other adults how to drive. And it's really hard to find a good instructor who has the experience and knowledge to teach someone who has cerebral palsy. My background, my dad was a double bilateral amputee. So my brother and I were growing up, and we saw our dad never ever giving up, having crude hand controls on his car and a spinner knob. So my dad was working for Ford, and then he was an electrician. So he didn't let his challenge hold him back. So when Brooklyn's mother approached me, I thought about it, and I said to myself, I can give Brooklyn one of the most important gifts that she ever had in her life, and that's her independence. So we went over there. I assessed Brooklyn with her mom, and it was a little heated, let me tell you. But Brooklyn is just like any other typical 21-year-old. She wants to fight for her independency. And many of you want to fight for your independency too, but you don't have the challenges that Brooklyn has, who is a person with cerebral palsy, which is a neural or muscular disease. I am not a medical doctor. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I have experience teaching individuals, adults, and teens who have handicaps, who have physical challenges. This is 2026. This is over 20 years ago. But through my career, and I've been teaching 24 years and really helping adults and teens gain their independence. Because when you look at these videos, it's real, right? It's real time out here. And like I'm merging out right now, if I don't look over my shoulder, I'm gonna sideswipe someone. And if Brooklyn doesn't look over her shoulder when she's driving, she's gonna sideswipe someone. And I'm sharing this journey with you because I think people need to hear this story. And I think other people have physical handicaps. What's up, Jackson? How you doing? I got your message. Thank you. Appreciate you. When you share your story, other people are going through things too. I'm going through things. Well, there's a tire in the middle of the road. I want you to see this. You see this tire out here? So I'm gonna drive around that. Dang. Woo. So we are overcoming and learning about Brooklyn's challenges together. That was a retread. So he ran over, blew up his tire. This is the semi truck, CVS Health. They lost their tire. So now I was almost the third victim. But looking through in the road, could Brooklyn have driven around that? I'm not sure, because she has a spinner. Brooklyn drives with the spinner at the 11 o'clock position on the left side of the steering wheel. Brooklyn is left-hand dominant. And remember, hand controls are nothing new. My dad, this car's getting ready to cut me off. Hand controls are nothing new. My dad had it for years and years and years, and my brother and I say, hey, that's our dad. Okay, he had a little physical therapy in the hospital, but it's not like it is in 2026. He had a aluminum hand controller, that down was for the gas, up was for the brake, and he was able to drive it. My father said it was good, thank you so much. Went out to Applebee's, daughter got me a gift card, and I just relaxed. You know I love working, so a person who's a workaholic like me, it's hard. So like, I'm off now, but really I'm going to Brooklyn's, and we're gonna get her out in her vehicle, and she's gonna get on the road. This is a collaboration between, sorry about the bumps, this is a collaboration between Brooklyn, her mom, the family, and me kind of documenting her journey. And Brooklyn has a goal. She's trying to get her license before she goes back to college. They're leaning into me and my expertise. There are some challenges. Legally, she has not been cleared to go on the expressway. Legally, she does not have the confidence to go on the expressway. And you and I both know, and I'm on the expressway now, you see these cars passing me, we're traveling about 65, but imagine Brooklyn swerving left, swerving right. It is downright dangerous. Don't get me wrong. She has hand controls. I'm gonna show you how dangerous it is right now. You see all these cars, right? This is dangerous. You see how slow that black Mercedes is changing lanes? Okay, we gotta really look and focus. Now, every time I've driven Brooklyn, she has made significant growth in terms of lane line reference. You see me coming down on this off ramp, Brooklyn would have been over there to the left in the ditch. Brooklyn would have been over there to the right in the ditch. But me learning how to teach, and a lot of people teach people with challenges and handicaps, but they don't drive their vehicle. I'm gonna stop right here at the line. I drove Brooklyn's car with the spinner and a hand control, and it was downright scary because the car she has is a Buick Enclave. It was given to her by a family who passed, and they didn't have an order. I'm looking left and right. And you see what I'm doing? Brooklyn is starting to look left and right. I have access to her physical therapy report with her family's permission. I'm not going to share that, but I have looked at it and put together a master plan for her to improve. A lot of drills, going through figure eights, making right turns, making left turns. I have experience in that, and that's what a lot of you watch. And let's turn back to this road. This road would put many drivers into the ditch. Okay, this road is challenging. This tow truck is going on the, whoa. This tow truck is going on the wrong side of the road. Oh, big Corvette over there. It's a police situation. My man might have been flying, and then they towed that boy. So, like this car, they're riding in the middle lane. What are they doing? You see this? That's an accident. Now, I'm making a big deal out of it, but that's what happened to me the other day. If you do that on your test, automatic fail. So this is the route to Brooklyn's home. It's very curvy. We're by Air Force Base. If you're not careful, literally you're gonna go off the road, okay? So a lot of the videos we do are in this area, downtown Mount Clemens Trap Game, I-94, going to Chicago, going to Detroit, Iowa, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California. But we are trying to be consistent to give Brooklyn that confidence. We're doing almost twice a week, and that's not really enough. Now, I am not doing this free. I'm a state certified instructor, and they are paying. I'm not going to discuss how much they're paying, but I'm bringing her value. I have a deep talk with their mom after. Tell me her strengths. Tell me her limitations. She's never driven at night. She's never driven in the snow. She's never driven in the rain. She's never driven really totally by herself. Brooklyn is 21. Imagine being 21 first in 2026. Imagine being 21, a female, in 2026. Imagine being a female, 21, in 2026. And now you have a physical challenge. I'm not going to say Brooklyn has a handicap, because in her mind, and she'll cuss me out, she's like, what are you talking about? She is not going to give up. And her mother said on her state temporary license, it says Brooklyn is not allowed to go on the freeway. So I'm trying to think of different ways to get up to freeway, I'm not even going to edit that out, freeway speed. Okay, I'm looking around the curve now. This phone's mounted, the camera's mounted. You see my eyes. So I'm trying to look at Brooklyn's eyes. I'm in the passenger seat. Is she visually tracking the car? Most of the time. I'm not an ophthalmologist. Maybe I should be looking and talking to a person who's an ophthalmologist. If you're an ophthalmologist, can you just follow and chime in and we'll have a discussion. Brooklyn vision is at a deficit. She doesn't wear glasses. So she can't keep the car in the lane. Now, if you get in with me, you will be scared. You guys only see one thing. You don't see the struggle, the tears, the arguing. Not with me, but with Brooklyn's inner soul of people saying, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. She can do this. She has to do this. If she wants to obtain her license before mid-August, she's going to have to put in work. I'm adjusting time in my schedule. I work 10 hours today, but I'm putting my heart and soul into Brooklyn. And she said, I can tell you really care about me. And I said, I do care about you. I want you to learn. I want you to become a better driver, and it's going to take time. Time. And Brooklyn, she's 21. Her mother is tracking her on her phone, and Brooklyn and her mom got into a scuffle. Honey, you turn your tracker off. I did, Mom, because I'm grown up, and they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm here for one. I'm here to teach your listener, and I understand because I have a daughter who's 22. She's going through not a physical cerebral palsy challenge, but she's making decisions, and you don't listen to your parents. You're not going to listen to your coach. Many of you are not going to listen to me. I live it every day. I'm driving with adults and teens who are going to go through lights, go off the road, forget their left and right. They process information slowly. Brooklyn, thank you for the thumbs up. Brooklyn is different. She's a 21-year-old, and be honest with her. And that's the thing, like my blinkers on right now, we're going to be making a left turn, and I'm squeezing my brake. So Brooklyn's reactions are very delayed and slow. Like we're making this turn right now, she'll go on like 5, and then she'll swerve to the left or swerve to the right. This is really beautiful area, really nice. This is where she lives. And we have to be really careful. This is a partially controlled intersection, guys. This is a partially controlled intersection. You see the people there, right? You see the dog. You see the people. So I'm going to turn my wheel to the right, and I'm making eye contact. I'm teaching Brooklyn just like she's able-bodied. I'm not giving her a free pass, okay? And her mother said, I made Brooklyn, when she was little, crawl, get up. I'm not just going to pick you up. And I'm kind of mixed about that, but Brooklyn is scrappy. I'm telling you, if it was you or me, we'd probably get up and cry. Brooklyn will learn how to drive. It's a matter when. And I'm not going to rush. If she doesn't feel good right now, I'm not taking her out. You can see these homes, you can see the area, but I come here with an open heart, open soul, motivated, hungry, and ready to teach her. All I ask is that Brooklyn listen. She gets better every single day. And she's getting better every single day. I only drive her twice a week, and we got to start ramping it up. They go out of town to like Toronto or something like that, but we got to practice. And we have to drive over to the third-party tester today. I want to show where it is. Around the week of August 12th or 10th, we're going to make an appointment. And she represents me. I represent her. And this is really important that we become one, and I help, okay? Partially control, what it means to partially control intersection, there is stop signs or yield signs at 2 sides. A fully controlled intersection has 4 areas, north, south, east, west. A partial control only has 2 signs. That's a great question. And Brooklyn's got to be able to recognize that. And if she doesn't, she's going to hesitate. She's going to pause. Now I'm almost down. Yep, Brooklyn's getting in right now. I'm almost down. She is all the way down there on the left. I'm going to try to zoom in. See, all the way down there left. Her mom is helping her get in. So this is real. This is a real journey. So I'm going to be going about an hour. And then, I'll try to make some clips. And then I'll tell you when we get back. Guys, I love you. You see her. We're going down that car on the left down there. And we're going to make this a fantastic journey together. So I'm going to bring you in together. I love you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye. Subscribe.